Hi, this is Shira. Welcome or welcome back. I made a video about authenticity, but I want to remake it because I have some other things to say. So yesterday, I was at an event and the people that I was there with were feeling very anxious about how many people there were in the crowds and just not really feeling like they wanted to talk to people. And I kind of agreed, I didn't really want to talk to everyone. I feel like in the past I would have been very anxious as well, and I was surprised that I wasn't really anxious even though I was uncomfortable and didn't really feel like the energy was there. But I wanted to touch on that because I think that just goes with being okay with being yourself. So definitely before I felt like I needed to put on this personality and impress people and make sure people liked me, and I was definitely under the pressure of fitting in. If we are okay with ourselves, then there's no anxiety. We just accept how things are. And I don't just mean that with being social. That kind of actually applies to everything, to anxiety in whatever situation. We are so taught by the world that we have to be good listeners, good workers, good students, good children, good. That we have to, we have these expectations that we have had to conform to in order to succeed in whatever way with the people around us. And it's a lot because if you look at little children, they are so free and okay with themselves, and then whoever is older than them may tell them to do things a certain way, and we learn how to not be fully ourselves from a very young age, and it is so ingrained in everyone I know that there's just this pressure of not be yourself. And then there's also people being like, oh no, you should be yourself. And it's like, there's a cost to that, because if we don't act a certain way, then we might not fit into where we're trying to fit into, whether this be a job or a relationship or a certain dynamic in your family. And now I'm not saying that these things are necessarily serving you if we have to abandon ourselves in the process, but I think we just have to weigh what makes us happy and what is worth it. What is worth it to us? Can we fully accept that we feel upset about something, but not want to lose that thing? There is a risk, there's a cost to being honest with ourselves, and that cost is letting go of anything that is not serving us. But if we have the bravery to be honest with ourselves, then I feel like we can be happier, less anxious, less needing to conform and be good, be these good girls, good boys, whatever that we've been trained to be. And just to not give an F so much that people are gonna disagree, and it really doesn't matter. It has everything to do with them, and we're not little kids anymore. We can just be us. We have this authority over our lives where these people aren't watching over us all the time. Maybe there's people who are watching over you, okay? Maybe, I have no idea. I'm talking into a void right now. Anyone could be listening. Whatever it is, okay? Person who's watching you the most is you. If you're comfortable with who you are, there's so much pressure that can be lifted just by accepting that you're not perfect, but you are actually so perfect. Not perfect in the sense that you're gonna please everyone, but perfect in the sense that you are fully acceptable, flaws and all, and that if you try your best, that is perfect. You're perfect. in your own way, in your own unique way that no one else can ever replicate, or they can try to replicate. But the more that we accept ourselves, the more that we treat ourselves with kindness and respect, the less that things are going to affect us. And I think maybe that's my goal here, is just to try to help whoever's watching know that not everything has to hurt us. We don't have to have such a shield or an armor, or this fear that we feel like is protecting us, but it's uncomfortable to have, and we know what's holding us back, and we want to fix ourselves, whatever. I don't mean you need to be fixed. I mean, there is a way for us to be okay with ourselves, and it's to understand that we've been taught to not be okay with ourselves in so many different ways, and it is unnatural. It feels unnatural, but it's actually so natural for us to act based on how we really feel in our hearts. And I think maybe acting has helped me with that, because it's like kind of given me an outlet to react authentically with how I'm feeling. And if you go into regular society, everyone has these like masks of how we need to be with each other. So I think maybe giving ourselves freedom to explore how we really feel, whether that be dancing or, painting, any kind of art form, just to express ourselves, I think is really important too. Any hobby that you enjoy, just doing things that we love, that feel like ourselves, I think is really healthy and can teach us how to be ourselves more, because it's like it allows us to be ourselves. There's no stakes. It's not like if I say a certain thing, I'm going to lose my job. It's like, no, I'm painting a picture. It doesn't matter. There's freedom in that, and there's actually a lot of freedom in this world, and things can change all the time, and we might find ourselves in a situation where we really don't feel free. But good things come, and as long as we acknowledge that we feel a certain way, that is one step towards honesty, and it's amazing, and you're doing amazing. We don't have to fit a certain level of perfection for anyone else. We just have to be okay with who we are. Nothing is gonna be how we might expect it to be. We can just be. And isn't that relieving? Can we find relief in that? Yeah, I hope this helps. I love you. Good night. Or whatever. Good morning. Yeah, bye.